Hello guys, welcome to third video of this section, View Model and Live Data. In this video, I am going to give you a brief overview about using live data and view model components announced in Google Input Output 2017. Recap: previously we have learned about how to interact between view model and UI. In this video tutorials, we will learn about view model and live data. So before going directly to the topic, I just wanted you to know why and how it's useful. In the beginning of our Android development, for performing background tasks, we have been using worker threads, later moved to async task, handler thread. When we used all those techniques, we have a question in our mind: how we are going to make it a lifecycle orientation aware component. We know there is kind of LRU cache and some other complex techniques for solving the same. But now, Google has introduced their own solution for solving the above problem using view model and live data. Please note that currently these versions are not stable, so use it on your own risk. Live data. Live data is a data holder class that keeps a value and allows this value to be observed. Unlike a regular observable, live data respects the lifecycle of app components such that the observer can specify a lifecycle in which it should be observed. Advantages of live data. Number 1. Zero activity or fragment not found exception, as it uses observer to update data and observer is well known about the state of activity or fragment. Number 2. The data you get is all updated. As live data class get latest updated data but could not find activity or fragment, then they just hold those data, and next time when activity or fragment is resumed, the observer will fetch updated data itself and provide it to the activity or fragment. Number 3. Easy configuration change handling. As the observer fetch latest updated data, so there won't be any cases for configuration change handling. Number 4. Communication. For activity or fragment, their intercommunication can also be handled by observer, and it's just simple. Just create a live data class anywhere and you can observe those class from multiple fragment or activity. Thanks to view model for this. Number 5. No need to take tension for lifecycle. Our live data class observer will already know about the state or activity or fragment it is observing, so they will handle them by default. Number 6. Zero memory leak due to observer. Our observer are bound to activity or fragment, so they will be destroyed when the activity or fragment is destroyed. So no need to handle it manually. Now let's move to our coding. This is our basic project which we have developed in our last tutorial. To use live data, just add these two dependencies in your Gradle file to use live data: Android Arc Lifecycle Runtime 1.1.1 and Android Arc Lifecycle Extension 1.1.1. Use the latest version when you are watching the video. So let's move to adding live data. Before adding live data, we will make it more modular and sophisticated code. To make it more modular and sophisticated, I'm going to add a project repository class. This class will handle all kind of data. From now and onward, our application rely on project repository class for data. Even when we move in future to the web service, when we get the data from the web service, this project repository class will become handy. So let's create a class, new project repository, and create it singleton so it will contain only one instance, so we can easily edit and access data throughout the whole application. So now we will move all our view model data logic from view model to our project repository class. Now go to view model class. This is our data logic. Just cut it. Go to project repository. Create a function here. Public return type list project model. Function name project list. And there you go. And now setting, instead of setting this value, we will just return items. There you go. And now for live data, we are going to create here one more function to handle live data. Public live data of type list and list of type project model, and call this function get project list. Get project list. Now we will create here final mutable live data variables. Mutable live data list project model. You can call it anything, like I am calling here data is equal to new mutable live data. There you go. Now, as I have told you earlier, a live data update view whenever it gets the latest data. So now I have to get late data continuously. I'm going to create a countdown time. To get continuous data, I'm going to create countdown timer variable. So it will call after every 10 or 30 seconds and update the view. So how we are going to create it? Let's create countdown timer. Countdown timer variable is equal to new countdown timer. Now its constructor first is millisecond in future. Let's pass it 30,000 and its interval would be 1000, and on finish function we will set data dot set value, and we will use the get function to set the value, this get function. Okay, now we need to start our timer. Start. And after this, whenever this function call, we will return our data. There you go. Now our project repository is ready to be used. So now we will move to our view model class and change our view model. As we have already removed our logic from here, remove this function name, we don't need it anymore. Now we will be using live data, so we need here to get live data instance, we need constructor of our main view model, and this constructor will contain one argument, application super application test. There you go. Now create a variable. There we already have a variable and we don't need to initialize it anymore. We will be using the same variable because it should be now live data variable. Live data, there you go, and move it to the top. Now as we have defined it final, so it need to be initialized in the constructor. So project listing is equal to, we will use project repository dot get instance dot get project list. There you go. And one more thing, now our view model is moved to the from view model extended. Now we will extend it with the Android view model. After this, we're also going to create one more function, it will also return live data, and we call it project listing, not listing. I'm going to call it get project list observable, and we will just return our project listing using this in this function. The same. Our view model is also now ready. Now move to our main activity class. Now we need to change our main activity class according to our new view model. So in this, we don't need our view model instance in public anymore, but now I'm going to define our main adapter global. main adapter, and here as well, instead of main adapter, array adapter, I'm going to define main adapter. And in main adapter, I'm not gonna pass this view model anymore, and I'm not gonna initialize it as well. Remove. And why it's giving us an error? Because it needs view model instance, so we are not using this here, so we don't need it. We have updated our adapter as well. Go back to main activity class. So here pass main adapter, and we are not setting view model to our binding anymore. We are not calling set function anymore, but we need here one more function, which is on start. And in our start function, we will just get our view model, main view model, and it will handle each and everything automatically. Now we need provider class view model provider dot of this. Once we pass this, and in context dot get, and in get we will pass our class name view model, main view model dot class. Our this on start function, we will just initialize our view model, and it will automatically trigger some other functions. And after triggering getting view model, we will just start observing it. Create a function called observe view model and pass this view model. Create function. There you go. We don't need this function anymore, just delete it. And in this function, we are going to use live data observable view model. Now call view model dot get project listing observable dot observe, pass this instance of this class. Then in second argument, we are going to pass observable new. You can create separately and then assign it here, but I'm just defining in the inline variable method. So on change, in this observable on change, whenever our view model get project list change, this function will trigger, and in this function I will call main adapter dot add item function, and will pass this project list, this project model list. There you go. Now refresh and make our class implement lifecycle owner, so it will know about the lifecycle of the activity as well. Now we don't need our binding util anymore. Remove it. Okay. Do refactor. Because we don't need it anymore, we will be setting our adapter manually. And as we don't need it anymore, so we need to go to our layout, main layout. Just remove it. Don't need it anymore. Done. Now just run your application and it will be fine. Why view model and live data? This is just my idea on how to solve the problem. It's simple and work for our use case. I hope this is something will eventually be added to the Arc component library to officially support single event in your view model. There is a lot of more stuff you can do with live data, and most important topic which you need to learn next if you want more detail is roam with live data. So that's all for now. Our next topic is inversion of control and dependency injection.